Hi, my name's Jordan Buhrs, and I'm going to be your host for the entire FIFA World Cup 2022. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the France versus Poland game and the England versus Senegal game and what my no-house advantage prop picks are. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the Odd Shoppers channel because we post daily predictions, daily previews, and daily no-house advantage videos. Now, I do need to tell you a little bit about no-house advantage. They have two types of contests over there. One, which allows you to pick overs and unders and enter them into a GPP style tournament. The other, which we'll be talking about today, are props, over and under picks, which allow you to multiply your winnings up to 20x. All you have to do to sign up now is use code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50. That's code STOCHASTIC to earn your first deposit bonus of up to $50. You can also click the link in our description and it will be pinned to the first comment. Now, if we dive into no house advantage over here, let me just show you how it works quick. If we choose a couple prop picks, over, under, over, you can see that the multiplier at the bottom goes all the way up to 11x over here. What this means is if we put $100 in and we hit all four of these prop picks, then our payout will be $1,100. Obviously, the more players we put in, the higher the odds go. However, the more difficult it is to hit and vice versa. Now, the first game we're going to be looking at is the France versus Poland game. We saw France overcome the champions' curse in the group. They performed very well with a 4-1 win over Australia. And then they stumbled towards the end, losing to Tunisia 1-0. However, they did make 9 rotations in that game. And France, to be honest, looked really good. I didn't know how they would perform coming into the tournament after a very dismal performance in the Nations League. But they look one of the best sides in the tournament. Then Poland, to be honest, I think they got quite lucky to qualify for the knockout stages, a 0-0 draw against Mexico, where, to be honest, they didn't look the better team there. Mexico got the upper hand on them, and Robert Lewandowski missed a penalty. And then they lost 2-0 to Argentina and ended up beating Saudi Arabia 2-0. So I'm not too sure what we're going to get from this Poland side against this French side. I do think France are going to have quite a comfortable victory over here. And they obviously will be playing their strike men like Mbappe, Griezmann, Giroud, all of those boys. And Dembele will be on the pitch. So for me, I would have liked Mbappe to be on no house advantage here, but we're going to have to stick with Griezmann. Also, Giroud's not on here. But I do think Griezmann offers us a good offer here at 0.5 shots on goal. Griezmann has averaged 65 minutes per game in the group stages. He averages 1.7 shots and 0.7 shots on target. Now, if we look in the last game, he only came on in the last sort of 20 minutes, so he didn't have much time to impact that game. France were already winning. Mbappe was holding a lot of the ball, but I do think Griezmann is going to be an integral part in this French team today against Poland. If he has a good game, France will probably win. Mbappe should be able to get a couple goals. Dembele, I mean, this France side is just so stacked, and I just don't see how this Poland side is going to keep up with them. So for me, I think it's pretty locked at Griezmann 0.5 shots on goal. I wouldn't be surprised if Griezmann gets a goal or two. Then on the opposite side, we're going to look at Robert Lewandowski. Now, he is the talisman for this Polish side. Yes, he's only scored 1 goal for Poland so far in the tournament, but if there's anyone that's going to score on this team, it will be Lewandowski. He's also on penalties. He also gets most of the big opportunities. And if Poland are going to score, I personally don't think they're going to score, but it will be Robert Lewandowski who gets them that goal. He has averaged 90 minutes in the 3 games in the group stages. He averages 2.3 shots and 1 shot on goal per game. Now, I mean, if you just look at the stats, over 0.5 shots on goal, Robert Lewandowski will probably get over 0.5 shots on goal. Like I said, he's the talisman. He's up front there. He's in front of goal the most. He takes penalties. He should be able to get over 0.5 shots on goal. Now, like I said, I do think France are going to win this quite comfortably. So Robert Lewandowski might get a shot on goal, but I don't think he's going to score. If he does score, it'll probably come from a penalty. But this France side is, I think, just going to overwhelm this Polish side in defense and attack. And I think their pace, their attacking nature is just going to be way too much for this Polish team. Then I'm not going to look at Dembele or Konate, Varane. I don't like the passing stats. I prefer the shots just because it's a little bit more predictable. I feel like I say this in every no house advantage video, but I don't like betting on the passes just because it's a little bit less unpredictable than the shots. Then if we move over into the England versus Senegal game. Now, this is going to be a great game. I don't think England should underestimate the Senegal side. We saw them lose 2-0 to Netherlands in their first game in the group stages. but they pushed Netherlands till the 83rd, 84th minute there. They looked very, very threatening in the first half. They then beat Qatar 3-1, and then they came up against Ecuador, and which was basically a knockout game. Whoever won that game went through to the knockout stages. Senegal just edged them 2-1. And to be honest, there was a lot of chat about Senegal before the tournaments without Sadio Mane. How are they going to perform? And to be honest, they've performed extremely well. They will be without Idrissa Gueye in this match against England because he picked up another yellow card and is now suspended for one game. England, on the other hand, they're one of only two teams who are still unbeaten in the competition at the moment. It's them and the Netherlands, after Netherlands have just beaten the USA. USA were that third team that were undefeated during the group stages. Now, England started off with a good 6-2 win over Iran. They then came up against a gritty USA side where they drew 0-0, and then they beat their rivals Wales 3-0. This English side do look good. My only worry about them is that they do bottle the World Cup. They have this reputation of getting to the knockout stages and bottling it. I don't know if it's going to be against Senegal, but it might be in the next game, potentially against France. However, I would not be surprised to see Senegal win this. If Senegal score first and score early, I think there's going to be chaos on the pitch, chaos in the stands, and that could really put this English team under pressure. Now, when I was looking at the players that are offered here, and all the predicted lineups are different for this England side. No one really knows what Gareth Southgate's going to come out with. A lot of them don't have Saka in. A lot of them have Sterling in. A lot of them don't have Sterling in. Jude Bellingham is involved in some, isn't involved in some. So I'm not comfortable betting on the overs or unders of these players if I don't know they're starting or not starting. The only one that I would potentially go under is Marcus Rashford. If he's not starting, again, check the lineups an hour before they come out. If he's not starting, I would go for the under of this 2.5 shots. He'll come on for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I don't see him getting more than 2.5 shots. The only player that I like out of the Senegal-England game is Sarr. Now, Sarr has averaged 85 minutes of play in his 3 games. He averages 3 shots per game, and he averages 0.7 shots on goal. So he averages 3 shots per game. That just shows what good positions he gets into. The Senegal side will attack this England side. They have nothing to lose. They're going to go for it. And I think over 1.5 shots for Sarr, he will start, is pretty locked for me. I don't want to bet on any of these England players until I know the lineups, just because I'm not too sure what Gareth Southgate's going to do, and all the predicted lineups are slightly different. Like I said, if Marcus Rashford starts on the bench, which just by the way, I think he should be starting for this England side. If he starts on the bench, I would go under for that. So just to wrap it up, we've got Griezmann at over 0.5 shots on goal. We've got Lewandowski at over 0.5 shots on goal. And we've got Sarr at over 1.5 shots. Now, if we take a look here, we've got it all the way up to 5x. We put $100 in here. Our payout is $500 if all 3 of these prop picks hit. Guys, now as always, make sure you subscribe to the Odd Shoppers channel because we post daily predictions, daily previews, and daily No House Advantage videos here on this channel. Also, make sure you go sign up and use No House Advantage by using the code STOCHASTIC to get your first deposit bonus of up to $50. That's code STOCHASTIC to get your first deposit bonus of up to $50. As always, I'm your host, Jordan Buhrs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.